my dear Libra. This is a love reading, a prediction for Cancer season, June 20 to July 22nd, 2020, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Gemini season that is already up. Or you can check out the pick a card and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. Click the headline of each playlist to see all the videos that the playlist contains. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. So when I open your deck here, I see the Wheel of Fortune in the reversed together with the Empress here. So it seems like you have a karmic issue. Either that's kind of tied to your self-love and self-worth, or maybe to the feminine aspect, to the mother aspect. So sometimes we need to heal the relationship with our mother before we can have really meaningful love relationship. It doesn't mean that you need to be best friend with your mother. You can do healing exercises where you meet up with your mother that's alive or not alive, available or not available. In a playground, for example, when you are in a young age, maybe 2, 3, 4 years old, and then she comes, takes you for a picnic in your meditation, and you can ask her a lot of questions and solve a lot of things. So I see that there's an issue with the feminine aspect here, and it might be that you are not able to provide yourself with food for your soul, or food for your emotions, fulfilling your needs, things like this. And it can also be that you don't feel like you are worthy of the things that the world has to offer. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have a Page of Wands in reverse together with the Empress. These two cards in combination is usually wanting for pregnancy, but they come in reversed. So it's almost like you want to crawl back into the womb, maybe never being born. So during Cancer season, you might have a little bit existential crisis here. But it might also be some kind of project that doesn't want to be born, or something doesn't want to really happen for you. You turn the Wheel of Fortune, you want luck, but luck isn't coming, and you might feel like you are not worthy of luck, or you're not worthy of the things that you dream of or that you desire. So, but it might be this mother situation that's making this happen. If we have an unhealthy connection to our mother, or haven't healed our mother aspect, we can have problems to feel that we are worthy, and we can have troubles to go and get the things we want because we feel like we don't deserve it, or it's not for us, or it's never going to happen because it never happened before. So I've forgotten where I were, but I called the 4 archangels, and we have the Queen of Swords, which is Libra, together with this Page of Wands. So it's almost like you're longing for something, or you want something. This is a very social aspect of a card, but when it's in the reverse, it can be a little bit destructive. So instead of going out and having healthy encounters with people, we might have one night stands, or go out and like drinking a lot, or putting ourselves in dangers in different ways. So it's like you want people, but in the same time you kind of hate other people. With the Queen of Swords in the reverse, you're irritated with them, short, snappy temper, things like this. And this can of course be the person that you're dealing with that have these kind of issues, that they have problems with loving themselves, and kind of swimming into the pool that's the world. They stay on the edge of the pool instead and maybe dip their toes. And when they are drunk, it comes out in a very energetic and maybe a little bit destructive behavior. So I call the 6 elements, and here we have a 10 of Cups with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So again, it's like, it's not for me. It's not going to happen to me. I can't have this beautiful thing that's displayed here. It might be that some of you have problems with getting pregnant as well. And again, check the mother issue, you know, heal your relationship with your mother energetically. And this will probably help you a little bit along the way with that issue. So it's almost like you're a little bit denying yourself pleasure until you can't deny it anymore, and then it comes up self-destructively or like too much, or so it's a little bit unbalanced, either or, and most being denied and then coming forward in kind of dramatic ways, or in the different forum, or the wrong situation, or with the wrong people. So there needs a little bit more self-love in this situation. This might describe a person that you're dealing with, so it will be easier for you to understand this person. So we have Judgment here and a King of Swords. So might be a person that acts like they have everything under control, but they really haven't. Okay, so it's chaos in their life. Okay. So just tune in to you and your situation in the Cancer season, Libra. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and it's a heavy burden that we can see that you're struggling with. Might be a lot of things that you want to communicate and, you know, tell people how you want things to be done, but you might try to be too diplomatic, and you don't want to, you know, burden them or have conflict with them, so you're keeping everything inside instead of communicating what's your problem, or what you see that you don't like, or whatever. And here we have the past, the old bottom of the deck, and it's the Death card. So there's a real big transformation that has been called for, and it needs to be done. You can't go on, like holding back your soul. If all this is your soul's inspiration and you refuse to let them out in the world, or it's almost like you're keeping your own words in prison, or refusing to you know, follow your bliss, or follow your passion, or follow your dreams, then it will be problematic to create a new beginning for you, because you don't have the energy to manifest something if you don't let yourself be your natural self. Okay. So this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind about you. And this is your emotions towards them. This is the bond between you, the emotions between you two. And this is their feelings towards you. Your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome, and their behaviors and attitudes. And we start with the situation here, and it's an Ace of Cups in reverse. So it feels like all is lost, like they didn't love me enough, or they didn't care for me enough, or they never even wanted me, or there's like a hopelessness feeling here. So it might be that the other person feels like you don't love them, or you feel unloved in the situation. But there's a lot of high hopes that have been not being fulfilled, and we might feel like we want to give up on the situation because of this. And this is your feelings towards them, and it's 8 of Cups in reverse. So it's like you have already walked away from them, maybe because you didn't feel loved enough, or they didn't fulfill your needs, they weren't really there for you, or whatever was the reason. But with the 8 of Cups in reverse, might be that you are revisiting this situation and maybe want to repair it or get back to it. Sometimes we can be really strong and just, even if we love someone like this, we can just walk away. And then when time goes by, we start to reminiscing. This is the 8, so it's like a karmic bond between you two, make you reminisce and unable to let go, because there's issues with this person that you weren't able to solve, and there's issues from the past that you weren't able to solve, and they kind of match. If you would solve the issues from the past or solve the issues in the relationship, doesn't really matter. The issues needs to be solved somewhere so that you are able to move on. And we don't really need the other person. We can solve things energetically inside of ourselves. And this is what's on their mind about you. And it's the 9 of Swords. So it seems like there's a lot of sleepless nights and anxiety, why things went in the way they went, and a lot of feeling of being incapacitated, not being able to help oneself with creating the rich and beautiful life we want for ourselves. So instead we are kind of tormenting ourselves about what we did wrong and what we could have done better, and how we shouldn't have chased this person away, or what we should have said instead, or what we should have done instead. So a lot of anxiety there. So they're thinking a lot about you, and they're tormenting themselves about thoughts about you, and you are kind of revisiting the idea of maybe they weren't that bad person anyway. Okay, so this is the emotional bond between you, and it's a Queen of Cups. And it's kind of turned towards this direction. So it matches well the 8 of Cups in reverse, where you think that there might be hope in this situation. Maybe you can fix it again. Maybe it's not totally broken. Maybe it's fixable. Okay. And this is your feelings towards them, and it's a 2 of Wands. So I don't feel the same restriction which I have felt with other signs that actually have had 2 of Wands in different positions here. I actually feel a little bit more like you're waiting for the right opportunity. You're waiting for the right opportunity, maybe to reach out or to rekindle, or make another try to solve this once again. And if you have had like a issue with a past person and you don't want to be in that relationship again, this can be you seeking love again and meeting a person where you will have to work with the same issues, but in the shape and form of a new relationship. So that's also a possibility. And this is their feelings towards you. And we have this Page of Wands in the reverse. So this person here seems to lack tools to do things in a constructive way. They can torment themselves about what they didn't do and what they should do, but they seem to have trouble doing it. And it might be a lot of shame and guilt, and it just comes out when they have been drinking, or when they have, an idea of what could be done. So they do something half-heartedly or similar to that. So daydreams and decisions. So this person is kind of living a little bit in la la land, that where someone else will come and save them, and they don't have to do anything about it. They can just complain about how bad they are, and then God will come and forgive them and take away their sins, and then they will get this new start. So they don't really have the energy to do this themselves. They don't realize that God in this case is their own soul, and that everything that they have done is a part of themselves. They need to accept it and understand the reasons why they behaved like they did. For example, not feeling worthy of love, so destroying the love one had. So this person is really stuck like in a primordial swamp of illusions and daydreams, and they are unable to make like good decisions to move this situation forward. So it's almost like you're dealing with someone that doesn't even have the capacity to take care of themselves, even less you. So might feel like this love here is aimed towards the wrong direction. But as I said, we need to solve this issue, so we might as well do it with this person. But how we solve it doesn't have to be like, oh, we're together forever and ever. It can be that we meet the person again and we see that, oh, they are still as hopeless as they were before. And we say no to them, and this time we take a more firm decision to not go back, because now we have seen that it's not going to work out, and that itself can be what is eventually really resolving the karma. When we don't need to go back, we know that, no, we have taken a really firm decision that this is not going to happen. We are not going to be that self-destructive, and that itself can heal a lot. So that was just an example. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And it's a 6 of Wands. So it's, again, there's a lot of solutions in the air and a lot of hope. You know how this can be figured out. You can see how easily this problem could be fixed. And that is because you probably have this kind of capacity, while I don't really see it in the other person. So you might know exactly how to do things to make it harmonious, but I don't think that they will be particularly helpful from what I can see on their end here. But this capacity can be used somewhere else, maybe with another person that's more on your level. And this is their behaviors and attitude. And we actually have the Wheel of Fortune here. So it's almost like it's cooking for a new beginning with this person. Another go on this. Will we be able to solve the karma this time? Well, we'll see. But I don't see them being able to reach out. This is a reaching out card, but it's in the reverse. So they might reach out when they are drunk, or, you know, like the last call on when they are out drinking, or they can, you know, ask you some stupid question or something like that. So it's not really, you know, the very grown-up response if that's the case. But if you would reach out, they might be very happy. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, luck has changed. Suddenly God comes and fix things for me because I'm such a stupid person. I destroy things, but other people needs to fix it. So it might be like this is the answer to their prayer if you reach out. But the Two of Wands isn't really reaching out. It's more like planning to do so. 6 of Wands is more like reaching out. So you might be a little bit on a feeling level, you maybe hold back a little bit, but on a behavior level, you just want to go out and do it, you know, go and get that person. And you have so many ideas how things can be fixed now, and you have learned so much, so you feel ready to have another go on this. And the other person seems grateful enough, but they don't seem to have much capacity in the way that you describe yourself. And the outcome, at least for Cancer season, is the 10 of Swords in the reverse. So it might be a temporary relief where this person feels like you come in and you save them from themselves and their darkness and their pain and their fears. But it's still a 10 of Swords, and 10 here as well. So I'm feeling that in the end of it all, I think anyway, you will come to the conclusion that this isn't the right relationship for you. And why should you save someone that doesn't even want to save themselves? Of course, we can do them that honor to help them as much as we can. But I'm thinking we are getting into a new age right now where people are being faced with their own problems and also the tools to actually solve it themselves. And yes, we can need other people to be gracious towards us and show us the way and give us miracle in the ways that if we have been treated in the same way over and over, someone comes and treats us in a totally different way, and that is giving us hope for the future and all of this, of course. But I don't feel this person have the capacity to match up to your what it is that you want out of this relationship. They will be temporarily relieved, but in the end they will go back to their destructive ways, and that is how it feels. So I will take a card here for your side of the story, and we have balance. So this is a very advanced spiritual card. It's the alchemist, so it shows you being this spiritual alchemist that can take lesser metal and make them into gold. So maybe you are taking a lesser good partner here and trying to make them into the perfect partner. So you have a lot of hope and a lot of inspiration, a lot of know-how, and you feel that you have the capacity to make anything happen. But I still feel like you could bet on a more solid candidate. Okay, so let's see. Clarification for outcome, or maybe advice for you. Success and growth. So it's the 8 of Wands. So I'll read this card for you. It's both Sagittarius energy here. So you're very optimistic, very fiery, and ready to make things happen, and make things grow and create success in your life. So, accomplishment, speed, resolution, progress. The energy of manifestation is around you now, and you're being moved forward in a positive way. Stay focused on your heart. When this card appears, success is at hand, and it may happen quickly. Your past efforts are being rewarded. This is a time of new, flourishing relationships and successful resolution to conflict and struggle. This is also an ideal period for greater understanding and personal growth. Listen expectantly for messages that will help you see yourself and others in a fresh and positive light. These messages can come from anywhere: your spirit guides, nature, books, or even a television program. They bring new beliefs about love and what is possible. Old ways of thinking and being are coming to an end. Plant these new ideas as seeds and watch them take root and grow. Well, I can't help but feeling that you are on such a different levels that it's almost too much to ask that this will work out. But who am I to say no? If this is your way forward, and if you can provide some teaching to this person, and maybe be the angel sent to them and help them from their desperate situation, that is of course a very good deed. But later on in this relationship, I'm pretty sure that the problem will come back. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. So don't try to not invest too much of yourself in this. Don't see it as the final solution, okay, where you finally will be happy with someone. I'm not seeing that happening. I'm seeing a situation where you have the opportunity to work on an old karma and maybe get success and growth and progress within that, but no final solution, no happily ever after is in the cards for you at this point. But you seem to be strong enough to be able to take whatever happens, so I'm not worried of you per se. I'm just saying that there's maybe better people or better situations to invest all this beautiful energy into. Okay, so I hope this helped, and I want to thank you so much for watching. If you like my content and want to support my channel, you can do so not only by watching, but also liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing my videos. You can also donate to my channel through the link in the description box, or make Google Donate by clicking my ads or watch them for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. This is keeping my humble revenue up so I can make content like this for you on this channel. So thank you so much in advance, and I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving, and supporting viewers. And your amazing comments always make my day. So until next time, take really good care, and bye-bye.